On a scorching summer day in August of 258 AD, the eternal city of Rome bore witness to a moment of profound tragedy and inspiring courage, an event that would forever echo through the annals of Christian history and into the hearts of countless generations to come. It was the moment when St. Lawrence, the devoted deacon of the Roman Church, faced his martyrdom in the most excruciating and cruel way imaginable, being roasted alive on a blazing iron grill. This story transcends mere physical suffering. It is a powerful testament to unwavering faith, extraordinary bravery, and selfless sacrifice. As the flames licked at his flesh and the unbearable heat threatened to consume him, Lawrence's spirit remained unbroken. Rather than surrendering to despair, he met his torment with a calmness and dignity that defied human limits. His courage illuminated the darkness surrounding him, transforming an act of cruelty into a radiant symbol of divine strength. What makes Lawrence's martyrdom so deeply moving is not just the horror of his death, but the depth of his spiritual resolve, the way his faith seemed to lift him above pain and fear. In those final moments, Lawrence embodied a love so fierce and profound that it burned brighter than any flame, reflecting a soul that had found peace beyond earthly torment. His sacrifice was not only for himself, but for the countless souls who would find hope and inspiration in his story. Through his ultimate act of devotion, Lawrence redefined what it means to be strong, not through power or violence, but through faith and love that endure even in the face of death. His legacy challenges us to reflect on our own lives, how we confront suffering, where we find courage, and what we are willing to stand for. St. Lawrence's story remains an eternal beacon, reminding us that even in the darkest fires, the human spirit fueled by faith and love can shine with undying light. St. Lawrence's journey began in the ancient city of Huesca in the province of Hispania, now modern-day Spain, where from a young age his heart was set ablaze by an unshakable devotion to God. His childhood was marked not just by learning, but by a deep spiritual awakening, a love for the divine that would shape every step of his life. As he grew, so did his commitment, and Lawrence became more than just a student of faith. He became a pillar within the fledgling Christian community. Alongside his close friend, who would later ascend as Pope Sixtus II, Lawrence embraced a calling that demanded both courage and compassion. When Sixtus was elected Pope in 257, Lawrence was entrusted with the sacred responsibility of archdeacon, a role that placed him at the heart of the church's mission, managing its treasures, distributing alms, and most importantly, tending to the poor and vulnerable, the forgotten souls of society. This was no mere administrative position. It was a testament to Lawrence's profound empathy and his willingness to serve those whom the world had cast aside. Yet his path was fraught with peril. Emperor Valerian's ruthless crackdown on Christians turned faith into a death sentence. Every act of kindness Lawrence performed carried the weight of imminent danger, but in the face of fear, Lawrence's spirit only grew stronger. His devotion to the marginalized became a beacon of hope amid oppression, a quiet rebellion against a world that sought to silence him. It was in this crucible of peril that Lawrence's true character was forged, a soul of unwavering resolve, boundless love, and fearless dedication. His life teaches us that courage is not the absence of danger, but the choice to act in spite of it. That true leadership is rooted not in power but in service, and that in the darkest moments the light of compassion can shine the brightest. Lawrence's story is an eternal reminder that even amid the harshest trials, love and faith can prevail, inspiring us to stand firm for those who cannot stand for themselves. When the Roman prefect demanded that Lawrence hand over the church's treasures, he expected to receive chests overflowing with gold, silver, and precious jewels, symbols of worldly wealth and power. But Lawrence, guided by a deeper vision of faith and service, chose a path that would forever redefine the meaning of treasure. Instead of hiding or hoarding these material riches, he spent 3 days tirelessly distributing the church's wealth to the poor, the sick, and the most vulnerable, the true heartbeat of the Christian community. When he returned to the prefect, Lawrence did not bring gold or silver. He brought a procession of destitute souls and declared with unwavering conviction, "These are the treasures of the Chigron." This act of profound defiance was not merely a clever gesture to mock the greedy prefect. It was a radical declaration of the Christian truth that true wealth lies not in possessions, but in compassion, love, and selfless service to others. Lawrence's courage in choosing to stand for these values, even in the face of imminent death, reveals a spirit so deeply rooted in faith that it transcended fear and pain. His unwavering commitment to the poor was a living testament to his belief that the Church's greatest riches are found in alms. In that moment, Lawrence challenged the entire world to reconsider what it means to be truly rich. His refusal to bet, Lawrence's boldness carried him toward a tragic fate, yet his spirit remained unbroken. In sacrificing his life for a higher calling, he illuminated a path for humanity, one where the richest treasures are not locked away in vaults, but are found in acts of kindness, generosity, and the courage to live by one's deepest convictions. His story calls us all to ask ourselves, what do we truly treasure? And are we brave enough to defend those treasures no matter the cost? The punishment Lawrence endured was among the most brutal tortures recorded in history, being roasted alive on a searing hot iron grill. The crowd gathered to witness this horrific spectacle, expected to hear agonizing screams and witness despair. But instead they were met with something utterly unexpected, a face serene amidst the flames, a spirit unbroken by unbearable pain. And then, with a voice steady and even playful, Lawrence uttered words that would echo through the centuries. "You can turn me over. This side is already roasted." This moment was far more than a defiant joke. It was a profound testament to the power of faith to transcend even the most excruciating physical suffering. Lawrence's calmness was not merely a show of human resilience. It was a reflection of a spirit anchored in something far greater than flesh and bone. His unwavering courage in the face of death transformed what should have been a scene of horror into a radiant display of divine strength and hope. The impact on those who witnessed this was profound. Roman senators and soldiers hardened by power and duty found themselves moved not by fear or cruelty, but by the astonishing serenity radiating from a man burning alive. Many of them were touched to their core and converted to Lawrence's faith right there in the square. It was as if his suffering became a bridge connecting earthly torment with spiritual transcendence, awakening hearts long closed to compassion and belief. Lawrence's story is not simply about enduring pain, it is about the alchemy of faith, how it can transform suffering into a source of light and inspiration. His composed spirit amid the flames speaks to the human capacity to rise above agony, to find grace in the darkest moments, and to stand firm when all seems lost. It invites us to reflect on our own fears and doubts, challenging us to discover courage within ourselves no matter the trials we face. In that fiery crucible, Lawrence's faith became unshakable, his strength eternal, a beacon reminding us that even in the depths of suffering, the human spirit can shine with an unyielding light that no flame can extinguish. The death of St. Lawrence was far more than the end of a single life. It was the dawn of a legacy that would resonate across centuries, cultures, and hearts. As the Roman Empire transformed and Christianity emerged from the shadows to become a recognized faith, Lawrence's tomb became a sacred sanctuary, a beacon drawing pilgrims from near and far. The church built in his honor stands not merely as a monument of stone and faith, but as a living testament to a man whose spirit transcended mortal suffering. In Spain, the grandeur of the monastery San Lorenzo de el Escorial rises proudly, its very architecture shaped like the iron grill that once sealed Lawrence's martyrdom. This profound symbol captures the essence of his sacrifice, a fiery crucible of pain transformed into eternal glory. The design itself is a silent yet powerful homage, reminding all who behold it of the courage and unyielding faith that defined Lawrence's journey. His story is etched deeply into the tapestry of human expression, inspiring countless artists, poets, and theologians who have sought to capture the paradox of his suffering and serenity. From the vivid brushstrokes of painters portraying his martyrdom to the stirring verses of poets celebrating his unwavering devotion, Lawrence's life speaks across time as a universal message of love, resilience, and purpose. But beyond the art and architecture, Lawrence's legacy lives in the hearts of all who find strength in his example. The courage to serve selflessly, the grace to endure hardship without bitterness, and the faith to stand unwavering in the face of adversity. His story challenges us to look beyond fleeting worldly successes and to seek a deeper, more enduring treasure found in compassion and sacrifice. In a world often shaken by uncertainty and fear, the memory of St. Lawrence shines as a radiant reminder that even in the darkest flames, love and faith can burn brighter than any trial. His life is an invitation to each of us to embrace courage, to serve with humility, and to leave behind a legacy that speaks not of wealth or power, but of the indomitable human spirit and the transformative power of grace. In today's world where comfort and safety often take center stage, the story of St. Lawrence stands as a powerful and humbling reminder that true strength is not found in avoiding suffering, but in rising above it for a purpose greater than ourselves. His life teaches us that courage is not the absence of pain, but the ability to endure hardship with grace and unwavering faith. Lawrence's journey calls us to embrace selfless service, to extend love and compassion to those most vulnerable, and to hold fast to our convictions even when faced with the harshest trials. In a society frequently obsessed with material gain and fleeting pleasures, Lawrence's example cuts through the noise to reveal a deeper truth. The most precious treasures in life are not gold or possessions, but the love we give, the sacrifices we make, and the lasting legacy we create for future generations. His courage in the face of unimaginable torment challenges us to ask ourselves what we truly value and what kind of mark we want to leave on the world. St. Lawrence's story is more than a historical account. It is an invitation to live intentionally and courageously. It urges us to find meaning beyond comfort zones, to stand firm in our beliefs, and to choose a life of purpose over ease. His unwavering faith and selflessness inspire us to look beyond ourselves and to recognize the dignity and worth in every person, especially those society often overlooks. As we reflect on Lawrence's sacrifice, we are reminded that greatness is measured not by wealth or status, but by the depth of our love and the strength of our spirit. His legacy beckons us to live boldly, serve generously, and face life's challenges with resilience. In a world searching for meaning, Lawrence's story shines as a beacon calling us to be courageous, compassionate, and committed to a cause larger than ourselves.